Welcome to part 2 of this 2-part series all about weed control. Having proper weed control is a critical step to a beautiful lawn. So how weed control is going to typically work is you start out your year, typically your first application of the year is going to be your pre-emergent. Now, as the year starts to get a little bit along, through different sections of the year, you're going to be dealing with different types of weeds. One of the first weeds we're going to be dealing with heavily here at the first part of the season is going to be dandelions. And they are one of the most targeted weeds when it comes to post-emergent weed control. Now, when it comes to post-emergent weed control, I really believe there's 2 things that you should kind of have. One is a ready-to-spray container, which is something like this, will typically already come pre-mixed, and just you go, grab it and go, ready to spray. The other thing that I believe you should have is a gallon hand sprayer, and to be able to use different post-emergent concentrates with. Depending on which type of weed I'm dealing with is going to determine which one of these is better for my application. Now, as you can see right here, I'm holding a bottle of Speed Zone. This to me is the best post-emergent weed control that you can get for cool season grass. It does an excellent job of taking care of most of the broadleaf weeds that you're going to be dealing with throughout the year. Now with this, you are going to pay a little bit more money for something like Speed Zone, but it's going to be very potent, and it's going to typically come in a concentrate like this, and so you get a lot of use out of it. This isn't something that you're going to have to go buy every single month, and so that's the difference. You might pay a little bit more up front for something like this, but it's going to last a lot longer. So if I have a worse weed problem or a lot more weeds, I'll typically use a concentrate because I can fill up that whole gallon hand sprayer and walk around and target some of the specific areas that I'm having problems with. But if I just have a few weeds that I'm dealing with and I just want something quick that's grab and go, I'll go for something like this. It has the fancy gun, it's already mixed up for me. Now you will pay less for this, but you'll go through it a lot quicker than what you will typically a concentrate. As you can see here, the active ingredients in Speed Zone is the 2,4-D, the Micropop, and dicamba are your main ingredients in here. And you can see the percentages. Look at that 2,4-D, 28.57%. Now let's compare that to the ready to spray formula. You see the 2,4-D there, but it's 0.25%. So in one instance you have 28%, and in this one you just have 1/4%. And so it's very less potent because it's already pre-mixed with water. But you can see most of the other ingredients are the same. And so both of these are going to be targeting a lot of the same weeds. So now it's still very early in the year, so there's not a lot of weeds out yet. But very, very soon, there's going to be dandelions hitting us very, very soon. And you're going to know it because the dandelions in the sun are going to pop up yellow. So you're going to start to see the yellow flowers of the dandelions popping up really soon. But if you search really closely in your yard right now, you may be able to start seeing some of the dandelions that are going to be getting ready to pop up in your yard. So you may be looking in your yard and you're like, oh, I don't see any weeds. I'll look a little bit closer. There you go. Take the gun, real quick, and there you go. Here we go again. Same type of thing. If you look a little bit closer, there you go. My flower bed over here is a hotbed for thistle. And so you can see all throughout the flower bed already, the little thistle getting ready to pop up. So that's really all there is to it when it comes to your post-emergent weed controls. Now, pretty soon you're going to be seeing the dandelions pop up. And I keep mentioning dandelions because you'll see very, very soon they're going to be exploding all over yards, especially those people who aren't taking care of their yards. Even my lawn, as nice and thick as it gets in the summer and starts greening up, looking real good, it can get dandelions, and so they're everywhere. So be on the lookout for those and get ready to get yourself some post-emergent weed control and get ready to attack them as you start to see them in the lawn. Last thing to note with post-emergent weed control is the temperature range. You want to typically be above about 45 degrees outside air temperature and below 90 for when you're applying it. You don't want it to be 30 degrees outside and you're outside trying to get too excited about killing some dandelions and you're out there in the freezing doing it, because it's not going to be effective. Same thing as we get late into the year and into the summer when it starts getting really high temperatures, those are typically not the days to start spraying weeds, because they can also harm the good grass around it. So you want to find that sweet spot where you get a nice mild day, not too hot, not too cold. It's for maximum effectiveness for your weed control. And so with that, I hope you enjoyed this two-part series all about taking care of weeds in your lawn. As we continue to go, I'll keep having more videos about fertilizing, about grass seed, about mowing, everything you need to know to have a beautiful lawn this year. So with that, I'll see you guys next time when we get out of the weeds into a beautiful lawn.